Hello, comrades. Today we're going to talk about the purely logistical, organizational, and non-administrative nature of the revolutionary state in its transition, its tasks, its immediate tasks, and the applicable mechanisms and functions of it. The problem of the form of the revolutionary state, liberated from its administrative nature and its administrative accidents, confronts us as the most acute and most immediate problem of the epoch. For without clear knowledge of the mechanisms of power, leaving behind about the inner workings within the laws, decrees, and evident declarations, no revolutionary movement at all can homogenize its power or democratize it, grab it, and keep exercising it under bourgeois siege all around it. We must insist at the outset that by logistical organizational structure, we understand the determinant mode of being behind the administrative and juridical shell of the state. We do not mean the voice of command that promulgates decrees, but rather the intensive circulatory system through which the revolutionary power, by turns, in circulation of every day all round through a life of society, moves, spreads, is spread, and imposes itself upon society. Administration, in its strictly political sense, can and may vary according to circumstances, to conjunctures, to the swings and shifts of tactical need, but the logistical organizational machine is that on which the very possibility of revolutionary administration is conditioned. The first and immediate task of the revolutionary state, before all other questions of the wider issues of industrial reconstruction, agrarian collectivization, the elevation of culture, must be to bring this differentiated machinery into working order, a machinery concealed in its nature, in its operation invisible, yet omnipotent in its working, governed by all workers as a dynamo of energy, which shall bind the people together into a disciplined and trained self-governing force. Unimportant as this task might appear at first to advocates of statism, liberalism, or all such ideologies, it is, in fact, in reality, the most important of all tasks, since not a single decree could possibly be carried into effect, not one economic measure could be put into practice, nor any social transformation could take place without a living organism remaining, to ensure the unbroken transfer of the revolutionary will of the masses to the machinery of immediate action. So, what are the basic features of this said logistical organizational body? First of all, the establishment of councils as organs of immediate proletarian authority should not only pass laws and reach decisions, but also act as centers of distribution, of instructions, of provisions, and of cadre and of information. Secondly, the cellular principle of organization, by which every factory, every regiment, every village, every community is a living organism connected by sinews of discipline with all other organisms, must be applied with ruthless thoroughness. There must be a system of unbroken communication, an arterial flow from the center to the peripheries of society, so that not one body of local workers, of peasants, is isolated in its employment, but is the member of a single, indivisible whole. These are not abstractions. They are the technical preconditions of the revolutionary dictatorship of the proletariat. For only through such an organization does the state cease to be a mere welter of unfulfilled decrees, of unexecuted orders, with the revolutionary energy of the working class being drained away in futile chaos. To know that is to comprehend that the revolution is not merely the capture of power, but the creation of the machinery of power and the preservation thereof that makes collective mass democratic power work. A machine not fabricated in the bureau of officials, but in the shops, the fields, the immediate working places, the syndicates, and the barracks of proletarian masses themselves.